Hey there, party people. It's your boy, Jack Catastrophe, and his boy, Shade. And this is 86.5 The Vibe. And
The Vibe.
The Fireside Chat. A podcast coming to you out of the suburbs of D.C. Two 26-year-olds telling you all the things going on in the life of a 26-year-old.
Which ain't much.
It ain't much at all. It's like we're going to talk about like the thought process, all the things that might interest, folks when they get off work like to talk about. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is it's Fitness Friday. And I was thinking to myself, man, how hard it is to stay in shape at this age. Like,
It can be, yeah.
like, dude, like, I feel like I'm working twice as hard to be, like...
half as fit.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
I feel you.
Okay, so, I've been working hard, right? I've been working out, and, like, I looked on the scale the other day, and I'm 15 pounds heavier. I said...
Oh, shit.
Well, dang. I said, that's just disrespectful. Like, isn't it?
I mean, your physique-wise, you've gotten, like, trimmer.
I think so, too. But after seeing the scale, I was like, that's just a slap in the face to
You're
a man's
probably,
confidence.
like, building muscle, right? That's what they say.
But to be 245 pounds, I was
really?
like... That's what I said. I was like, dude, it can't be that much muscle. It can be, but, like, think about me. Like, look at me. Would you guess I'm 245?
No, not a chance.
That's, like, crazy.
Not
I was
a
like, dude,
chance.
I was, like, 245. And I was so upset. Like, I was like, I have to get on the other scale. I said, hold up. This scale must be broke. I said, hold on. I said, y'all are tripping.
Tripping.
You said you've been working out recently. What have you been doing?
I have been. I've got like a really calisthenic based workout, which for those of you who don't know is like all body weight exercises and things. So I'll do things like I'll be on like a pull-up bar and I'll start doing like bicycles or like leg raises and do things to the side, or I'll do like pull-ups, all the crunches, all that stuff, planks. All the stuff we learned in physical education class back in
physical education,
back in 2009. Yeah,
they said it wouldn't pay off, but here it is.
Yep.
You're learning from it.
Indeed.
It. Nah, I've been running on the treadmill a lot, but something else I've been doing.
Treadmill is good.
I was thinking you should try.
What's that?
All of you should try if you're out there listening. Have you heard of the gallon a day challenge?
Like a gallon of water a day?
A gallon of water a day.
I have heard of that challenge, yes.
It's actually, I started on Sunday, and I started back on Sunday. I had done it before. It was really good, and it makes you feel like I feel 10 years younger. I feel great.
Really?
I feel fantastic.
Okay. Well, all right. It's a good endorsement right there.
No, I will say, I feel fantastic. I would say give it a shot. Give it, a week. It'll be hard, especially your first 3 or 4 days. It'll be hard. I'm already at 3/4 of a gallon. And it's like not even 5 o'clock. Is it 5 o'clock? It's 5 o'clock.
It's 5:03.
5:03.
Right now.
Okay, so I was gonna say I'm already at 3/4 of a gallon. So once you kind of get used to it, like you can kind of take it in. But yeah, just being hydrated, like you just feel great. Like, you feel energized. You're not as hungry. You're not snacking. You're more focused. You can even work out longer. Like,
Oh, sweet.
It
sounds pretty good.
It's fantastic. Shay, we might have to get you on it.
All right. What do you do? Do you just buy like that gallon jug?
So
from,
I have
like, Deer Park or whatever.
I have 2 quarts, like 2 bottles that are a quart.
Okay.
That I fill up twice. So 4 quarts a gallon.
Yeah.
But however you get your gallon is how you get it. I used to do the bottles you have. It's 8 of those.
It's 8. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I've probably been drinking about 3 or 4 a day. So
I was gonna say
just
you double your water intake.
That's not too bad, actually. Like a gallon at that point doesn't seem unreasonable. I'm gonna have to drink all day long, probably. So start when you wake up and then keep drinking until you go to sleep. And I could get in 8 bottles of water, but
oh yeah, and your body will definitely Your body will definitely thank you for it, without a doubt. I think that, and then I've been doing a lot of that and running. I found out today I need to do more push-ups.
Push-ups are
The
good for
gym
you.
teacher had us do, said, get down and do 20. I said, oh. I hit, like, right when I hit 20, I was like, I was like, that was harder than the last time I did it. I was like, that was strange.
Well, so, for those of you who are trying to get back into working out, because you know what? That was me. That's always me. I feel like I'm always trying to get back into working out. But no, for real though, like, I have a friend who actually, he might even come on the show at some point, but he's a physical trainer, and he always told me, like, hey, it doesn't matter if you do it all at once. When you're trying to get back into working out, the most important thing is just that you do it at all. So, like, if you're trying to do 20 push-ups, if that's your goal, don't do 20 push-ups all at once in one sitting. Like, do 5 here, take a little, like, power walk, come back, do 5 more, drink a bottle of water, come back, do 5 more, wait until the end of dinner, do 5 more, then boom, that's 20.
I think 20 push-ups is 20 push-ups.
Exactly. 20 push-ups in a single day is 20 push-ups in a single day. Like, it doesn't...
I think that's fair.
Doesn't really matter. And it'll be easier on your muscles is really the idea. To get them back into a condition where they're at least used to doing some work. You do that for like 2-3 weeks and then start upping the intensity, start shortening the amount of time in between your sets and things like that. But yeah, doing everything all in a single superset is really not ideal for the body. It's good if you're trying to cut yourself up, but if all you're trying to do is like get back to physical condition where you can actually work out, you don't really need that.
That's true. I don't know about the listeners, but I'm trying to cut myself up. I'm trying to be 18 again.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel you there.
I've been putting down that gun on the dad. I told you, you feel 10 years younger. I'm trying to be 18 again. Like, I started my law school applications. Like, I'm going back to school.
There you go. Hey, I'm back in school.
I was going to say, I'm ready to be a student. I'm ready to be a young person. Like,
I know, right?
That is absolutely crazy. But today, on Fitness Friday, I'm not going to lie to you all. I did not do my workout.
You didn't? I didn't do mine today either yet.
Well, I'm not going to do mine. I'm not going to lie.
You're not going to do it?
I already have 39 stars on Mario 64.
You have just like 39 stars on what? Like a fitness app? I did my fitness for the week.
Stars. Like, I've done all my fitness for the month. I'm done. Like, no, I have that Mario 64 game released today. The 3-pack.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling
3D
me.
All-Stars, I was going to say. So, it's Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, and Mario Sunshine. And I haven't played the last 2 yet, but yeah, I have about 37, 38. I have close to 40 stars. And the game just came out. I woke up at like 5 this morning. I thought I was going to work out. It was like, you could work out. Or you could just take the minute, chill. It's not just Fitness Friday. It's Fun Friday. It's Feel Good Friday. Like you should be feeling good, people. You made it through the week. Like, it's the weekend. You can relax. Kick your feet up, pour yourself, your favorite glass, something to drink. And I don't know. I thought about the fitness thing this morning and was like,
No, I feel that. Sometimes it's just not the day. It's not the month. It's not the year.
It's not the year. Like,
it happened.
Well, I thought my New Year's resolution was going to be to get back in shape, but I found out it wasn't this year. So I'm thinking to myself like a groundhog.
It's going to be to finish Mario 64.
Dude, no, I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to finish it. I feel like it's a good investment. I feel like
it's a good investment.
I feel like Mario 6. I feel like Nintendo in general. Like, if you're into the stocks and into trading, people, I would advise that. You know,
Oh, is this
young
going to be
people.
Finance Friday now?
Finance Friday as well. Like, no, I would advise, like I said, this is a podcast for younger folks, and I would say, like, investing in the stock market, turning your money bigger, like, Nintendo's a good stock to invest in because they can just keep re-releasing their old stuff. And they have such a solid brand that no matter what their console does, like, even with, like, the Wii U, remember how that was a flop?
Yeah.
But that still got sales, like, even though it was a terrible console.
Out the wazoo.
Because people were like, I'm trying to get my Mario in. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, they said they got Super Smash Bros. You're tripping if I'm not. Mario Kart? They got Mario Kart. Like,
Mario
come
Kart's
on
the
now.
move.
Like, that's what I was going to say. Like, and then when they hit you with a Mario Party.
Yeah, dude, Mario
come on
Party.
now. Like, so they could just keep re-releasing stuff. I was thinking about today. I was like, dude, I just spent $60 on this game, right? And sure, it was 3 games in one. But I'm about to spend $60 on, before this year comes out, or before this year ends, Pokemon Snap is going to come out.
Really?
Look up on your phone real quick the pictures and tell the people. They are beautiful. It's honestly a sight to behold. But I was thinking to myself, it's really it's an investment, in Nintendo financially. It's a good investment, but Nintendo is also, a good investment if you guys, have a little extra money lying around, $200. You can get the Switch Lite. I got that one. I just treat it like a Game Boy, but I saw this article about a lot of places in DC, a lot of bars and restaurants are saying that on Halloween, that's it. They say that Halloween is going to be their last day open for the foreseeable future.
What? Really? Where?
I sent you the screenshot a couple days ago.
Oh, okay, I'll check. I forgot.
I was going to say, I forgot the places too. I was just thinking to myself, I saw something again today.
Oh, wow.
About
look at this game. No kidding. Sorry, I'm seeing the Pokemon Snap.
You're loving it, aren't you?
I am. It's gorgeous. It's like they took... It looks kind of like the Animal Crossing Island, but with like the graphics of Breath of the Wild. It's like really just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, ladies, and that's coming out before the close of the year. So you can pick yourself up a Switch for $200, and throw a couple games on there, and I think COVID is gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I think that's definitely, unfortunately, the case, but hopefully. And I don't know how up to date you are on this, Shade, but hopefully Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi can figure something out and come up with a deal for the American people. I could really use another 1,200 stimulus check.
Yeah. That's right.
No, I think with places getting ready to close, as things get worse, or as things are expected to get worse. And we'll share a link about the restaurants / clubs that are closing in DC so that you all can be aware. But I think, with people, going out of business, I think it's going to be necessary to pass another COVID relief. It's kind of crazy that both sides just won't say, like, all right, let's just meet smack in the middle. And if it's enough, Republicans can say, all right, we'll see. They wanted to, the spendocrats just wanted to spend again and do their thing. Yeah, and if it's not enough, Democrats will tell you the truth. Republicans don't care about the They would say Republicans don't care about the American people. They find money for the military, and not even for the military as in for the personnel in the military, but they find money for, weapons for, Boeing and Northrop Grumman and places like that, but they don't have any money when it comes time for your help, comes time to help you. But no, it's crazy to me that Democrats passed a second COVID relief bill back in May, I think it was. And Republicans still haven't passed their own bill.
Yeah.
They don't have, I was reading, they don't have 51 votes to get it out of their Senate.
Really?
Republicans don't have enough votes because a lot of Republicans, they don't believe in spending money.
Yeah.
They're tight. They're tight with the purse. They do not believe in spending money. And so you have a number who are like, oh, these numbers are entirely too high. I can't be on board. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And no, it's really, really crazy. And, the thing that gets me is I think to myself, like, if I was Donald Trump, like Jared Kushner just got this huge, peace deal, I guess, with Israel, and there's some criticisms about it. But I guess my point is instead of working out, a deal for peace in the Middle East or partial peace in the Middle East, it's the first step to peace in the Middle East, perhaps. And I've seen some criticisms. I've seen some people say that they're going to take a step backwards as soon as the election is over. But I can't speak to all that. But what I can say is, instead of getting peace in the Middle East, between, Muslims and Jewish people in Israel and the surrounding countries, you should be trying to look for peace within your borders. And right now, if Jared Kushner is the skilled negotiator, then he needs to be at home negotiating. You said that the art of the deal, you're this deal maker and you're going to make a deal, If I was Donald Trump, I would be on the Hill every day myself negotiating. If I'm the one who's great at making deals. If not, if it's Jared Kushner, I would be negotiating for peace in America. Getting folks this COVID relief, some type of, compromise that, ensures that Black lives will matter and that the needs of that movement are met while at the same time, respecting, the inner cities and, quelling the rioting. Does that make sense, Shade? Like, I would have been here at home. Like, and you claim to be a president who wanted to focus on at home and doing things domestically. And I don't know, as a deal maker, like, there's no deal on healthcare, there's no deal on immigration. It's like, I don't know. What do you think?
I think you're exactly right. I mean, well, I don't know. It's hard. I would say only in America, just because there's so much disagreement that, like, in order to kind of get your voice out there, you kind of have to pick a side. But in no way do the sides, I think, represent what actual Americans think. You know what I mean? Like, not your common, average, everyday American. I think in a way, it does, because we've been kind of taught to understand these issues this way. But even without that, it's like every single person has their own individual ideology. And with that, it's like, I don't think we're going to be able to find a lot of agreement. It's like, that's the same reason that even within the Republican Senate, they can't pass their bills. It's because even the Republicans don't agree with the Republicans. Like, and they're really never going to, which I think, like, this extreme emphasis on be either left or be right really is where all these slowdowns are coming from. And right now, in the heat of COVID, it's like, I think people are so isolated that they're not going to agree on anything at all. And because of that, we might not even see this next stimulus check, which, yeah, that's at least my take on it. A little bit more directed towards not quite partisanism, but
well,
yeah.
I think we'll see something before January 1.
You think so?
I think, yeah, after the election is over, the other side will concede and say, if you guys want a big stimulus check, vote Democrat, you get a bigger one. You vote Republican, you get a skinny one. And I think that the election is going to be what, like, finally, I think that might be what finally determines the results. But no, I think it's sad people can't find a way to compromise. We teach our kids, to compromise all the time, but then it's, we tell them not to compromise on your values. Okay, but not everything can be your values. Like, not everything in politics can be like, I'm not going to compromise on my values, blah, blah, blah. I'm going home, or I'm done. Like, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Like, y'all aren't playing fair. Like, so someone who works with kids, like, I just see this whole thing as wicked childish, honestly. Like,
oh, I don't think you're wrong.
And to some extent, like, if I were in politics, I would, I feel like one way to handle all this would be like, like on the air, like Nancy invites, Trump, and they sit down at the White House and there's cameras and everything. And then they sit down, they have a negotiation back and forth right in front of the American people, right in front of our very faces. And we figure out, what's being said, who's acting what kind of way, who isn't acting this way, who do we support more so than, because to some extent, I see Nancy Pelosi's point in the sense she wants to have everything together. She says that she won't do many stimulus bills because if you do one, Republicans are going to get everything that they want in one, and then they're not going to pass any of the other ones, is her argument. But I don't know. I would say that if what you need is so important, Republicans have no choice based on political pressure, right? I mean, I would think. So, I mean, me personally, if I were Nancy, I would definitely I would definitely pass a skinny COVID. I wouldn't pass a skinny COVID bill. I would pass the individual thing. So I'd say, okay, we want, the $1,200 stimulus check, and y'all agree on that. Let's pass that. We want this number of money for schools, and y'all want that money, this amount. And then we compromise, and then if that amount that we compromised on isn't enough, then that's the Republicans' fault. And if it's, more than enough, then it looks like Democrats held us up for nothing, right? And then it's, it's a loss on the Democrats. But just pass something. Like, if you're starving, I know you'd prefer a full course meal, but if you can only get some snacks, like at the time, like some snacks would be nice. Yeah. But right now, like, you're seeing articles about people losing their homes and whatnot, and yeah, it's I saw this one about this guy. He was down to, like, his last $30. It was on the Washington Post on, like, their Snapchat or something. And him and his daughter were moving back in with, I think it was him and his daughter were moving back in with his dad. Like,
oh no.
And he was like 33 or something, or 34. And I was like, wow, like, he lost his job, like the bar closed or whatever. And I was like, that's crazy. So for a lot of Americans, it's one of those things where it's like, well, y'all fight. There's people struggling every day, like praying. Like, for some people, it's not just a bunch of politics and fighting. It's real life. Like we're lucky that we live in D.C. And if you're listening to this, you probably live in D.C. too. We have the federal government here. And because of that, we're never going to have a recession. Mm-hmm. Because we're always going to have, paychecks coming into people, and those people receiving those paychecks are going to be looking to spend them in different places. And, the Pentagon is here, a bunch of soldiers. We have a bunch of military bases around here as well. And so everybody is getting this guaranteed check from the federal government, which is never going to, the federal government ever fails, we're in anarchy. So we're insulated from that in that sense, So our restaurants won't close because folks in the federal government and soldiers, they're trying to go out and eat. The only way it closes is if our governor closes it. But for a lot of places, in the South and, in places, that were hit hard, New York, New Jersey, California, like there's people who are, legitimately just praying for that to eventually go through for them and for it to eventually happen and for somebody to be their saving grace. And so I would say they might not be everything you want. And I know a lot of people would say, compromise is wrong in this day and age, but I would tell them, folks can't wait too much longer. With that being said, I think we're going to take a commercial break. This is 86.5 The Vibe. You stick right with us. This is the Fireside Chat. It's your boy Jack Catastrophe.
And Shade.
And his boy Shade. And we will be right back with you.
I'm gonna do that outro one more time, but I'll just cut it.
Because I was talking.
No, that's cool. Ooh, a little off key. That's okay.
And we're back on 86.5 The Vibe. And this is the Fireside Chat. And so, Shade, I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking. Tell me about your day, what you've been up to in the last 24 hours.
Well, I have worked the whole day like a regular American. No, I'm a teacher.
Work.
Yeah, I'm an online teacher right now. I teach people how to play instruments. So all the fancy stuff that you're hearing at the beginnings and ends of all of these is actually just me playing the guitar here. I'll do it at the end. But yeah.
You said it's actually just little old me.
Yeah,
it's not super nice.
But thank you. But basically, yeah, I just teach online, and I've been upset the entire day, but not because of my teaching. No, I've been upset because I had to watch the Bengals play the Browns last night.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes, sir. Against
and
the
Joe
good
Burrow,
old Cleveland
a.k.a.
Browns.
the Crimson Chin. I'm trying to go and clap the boy Chin Wonder. I'm all about that boy Joe Burrow. What do you have to say about it? I'm frustrated now.
So I thought the Bengals were supposed to be good this year. That's all I honestly have to say.
Oh, they needed more time. Joe Burrow, there's some people who wanted to hype them up. I have them personally getting 5 or 6 wins. I think Colin Cowherd said he only had them getting 2, which I think is blatant disrespect. I think they have the pieces, especially offensively, to be good.
They do.
Joe Mixon is an excellent substitute for what Clyde Edwards-Helaire was for him at LSU. And he has, that big receiver he can throw it to accurately in A.J. Green. And yeah, did you watch the whole game?
I didn't watch the whole game. I happened to catch it, out, but wasn't there for long enough nearly to finish the game. But I saw it when I got back home, and didn't finish it then either because my boys were still down.
They were still down in Cincinnati.
And they pretty much stayed down supposedly the whole game.
Listen,
30-35 is not the worst thing I have ever seen, but every single run that I saw, I was pretty much pissed off.
Listen, I know that Bengals fans, I know y'all might feel a little let down last night, but trust me when I say nobody should feel more disappointed than Browns fans. If you can only beat the Bengals by 5 points, And I know the Bengals are coming up and, doing their thing, but
I didn't expect the Browns to win.
you didn't.
No.
One of my friends said he had the Bengals by 2 touchdowns, ladies and gentlemen. He said he has them by 2 touchdowns.
Wow. Confident.
And I was like, you sound wild. Like, I was like, dang, like, Baker can at least play against the Bengals. Like, I mean, I know y'all don't like him. And, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure that Baker is a touchdown maker. And that makes me really sad to admit on the air. That makes me wicked sad to admit on the air. But, yeah, he can at least, guys, like, play against the Bengals. Like, come on now. And the way that Nick Chubb and that boy Kareem Hunt ran that football, I mean, the Bengals, like, if Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt can get going like that every game, the Browns would be a problem. Unfortunately, they won't get going like that every game, especially when they have to play highly explosive offenses like the Ravens or the Chiefs.
Speaking of the Ravens, looking nice this year, I think.
Those Ravens are looking good. They are indeed.
Yeah.
Action Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really enjoyed watching him last season. Almost made me a supporter. Gotta say, nearly there. But
he just keeps improving. Like,
he does. He's getting a lot better. He's getting, I would say, his ideas in like when to calculate or when to actually take a risk has gotten a lot better. Like his judgment is getting better, probably because he's getting older. So it's like it's looking smoother. It's looking a little bit more calculated. It's nice to see. It's not so like random almost, which in some ways I think actually aided in his playing, like that firecrackery kind of just like, I'm just going to run the ball right now. I think that worked for him, but it's nice to see it kind of mature a little bit.
And develop as kind of a dual threat, as a passer as well.
Exactly.
A lot of folks talked about he was the Ravens running back.
Yeah.
he's a passer. And they also have, the credit to coaching. That's thanks to the better Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And no, that's definitely thanks to the better Harbaugh. And speaking of the not so great Harbaugh and Michigan, they are returning to college football on October 23rd, the Big Ten.
They're returning to college football? As in,
college
are they
football,
be...
as in like the Big Ten season is going to start on October 23rd. Shade, your initial thoughts?
Is that safe?
Probably not, no. October 23rd.
Yeah, that's like 4 weeks away, dude.
That's like, I was going to say, like, that's no... The worst part about that is like that's like right into flu season. Like the LSU coach just came out and said that half of his players have already had COVID. He said like COVID's spreading like wildfire around here.
Oh my god.
He said it's going crazy. JMU had to shut down their classes and send their kids back. I guess.
No.
One of my friends was telling me he goes to JMU. He was telling me that. They were open for like a week. They said, everybody go home. They said, y'all suck. We tried to let you be mature. No, you expect young people not to party? You're crazy. You're nuts.
Right? Young people in college? Heck no.
Think about it. You told them not to party in high school, and now you're telling them not to party, but you're not there to stop them. And think about it. You told them not to party when you dropped them off before COVID. When my mom dropped me off at college, she said, don't party. And I remember she left, right? My mom left my dorm. I had my head down. It's pretty sad, right? And my boy Will shows up, and he goes, hey, blah, blah, blah. We're going to this house tonight. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a party. And I was like, well, dang. I was like, that was quite the turn of events. Like, 1 minute I was sad. I was like, my mom was crying. She dropped me off. She said her boy isn't a baby anymore. Like, but that's always going to be her baby. The next thing you know, I really wasn't her baby. I had, a beverage in my hand. And, yeah, boy, it really was something. So I'm going to say, like, the thought that young people aren't going to party is just wild. And, like,
yeah.
But, like, October 23rd. Okay, so here's the thing that gets me that I'm confused about. everyone else is starting sooner, so everyone else is going to have more games. So are you going to let a Big Ten team in that's undefeated but played 4 or 5 fewer games? Like if Penn State goes undefeated, because if Penn State and Ohio State can go undefeated.
Right, but they only played like half the games.
Yeah, because you have to think.
It's
You
much
would start
easier
on
to do.
October 23rd, then October 3rd. You probably wouldn't have any buys. So you would go those 2 weeks, and then the college football season ends. Its rivalry weekend is the weekend of Thanksgiving.
I feel like they just shouldn't even
so
do
you
it
probably
this year.
get in 7 games, maybe 8 or 9 if you stretch it. I wonder how many the other teams are getting in. Probably 9 or 10. So it would be tricky to see. Here's what scares me about football. We've seen, so basketball worked well because they had a bubble, right? Mm-hmm. And hockey is working well. Right now, both of those are working well because they have a bubble. Every player is in the bubble.
Yeah.
They're missing their families, but they're doing what they need to. MLS had a bubble, same thing. Everything went well, 100%. Baseball did not have a bubble, similar to football. Baseball had a bunch of COVID cancellations. Fun fact about baseball, you can play double headers until your arms fall off, as far as Major League Baseball is concerned. And the truth be told is you can play double headers until your arms fall off. The St. Louis Cardinals, I think they had 35 games in 31 days or something. They had more games than days left in the calendar for a while. And because of all
crazy.
the COVID cancellations. Yeah, but here's the thing. You can't do that with football. You can't have more games than weeks left. You can't tell a team you're going to play on Saturday and Sunday.
And
You can't tell a team you're going to play on Wednesday and Sunday and Saturday.
No,
You can't do that. And so if one team comes down with a really bad COVID case, the question is, are you really going to spread those players on the field?
No, you can't.
So that you can put them together so that the other team can bring COVID back to their college. So no, you probably have to cancel that game. Even if you say, okay, these are the players who have tested positive, you never, like they say, like it lies dormant for a week or something crazy.
Exactly.
Spread, and that's the thing, let's talk about this. Did you see, who is it? It's like the national science people. They've never gotten partisan before, but they endorsed Joe Biden or something.
Really?
It's something crazy. Once again, we will post a link because we want to try and be as factual as we can and give you as much information as possible. But they endorsed Joe Biden. And the thing is because Joe Biden makes it easy. He's saying the same thing. I'm not a scientist. This is what they're saying. I'm just going to trust the people who have been studying this all their life. Just like I would trust you if you studied, if you were a finance guy or business guy, I'd trust you. Just like I'd trust a lawyer. They, studied the law. I'd be like, okay, what are my options? If they say, I would do X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to say, well, I think I have a better idea. I looked online and I now have a JD from 20 minutes of studying. It's like, come on now. Some of y'all have your doctorate. Folks went to school for what? 5, 6, some up to 12 years to be a doctor. Some of y'all have been on Facebook. Ain't even been on Facebook 12 hours. Or whatever websites you're on. I don't know. No, I think the thing that's unfortunate about COVID, I think the thing that makes COVID wild, I think the thing that makes this situation hard for people is they don't want to put on masks, but at the same time, they're not ready to waive their right for help. And at the same time, are we as a people ready to let them waive their right for help? If some guy said, if he signed some paper saying, I'm not going to wear a mask, but I will social distance to the best of my abilities. If I get sick, no doctor has to treat me. My insurance isn't going to cover it. I'm done. I'm on my own. I'm in my house. I have to have orange juice. Are doctors ready to be like, yeah, I'm going to turn this person away. I looked up on your file and we can see you're really sick. The ambulance pulls up. Oh, you have COVID. They're getting you ready. And then they're like, the dispatchers check in. They're like, oh, sorry. We noticed you signed your papers. we can see that you're really sick and you're on the verge of death, but we're going to lay you back in this bed. And we wish you the best. Hopefully somebody gets you some orange juice. No, it's crazy because, you know, I don't think that we as a people, like, I couldn't do that anyway. I'd be like, look, we tried to tell you, bro. Now look at what we got to do thanks to your foolishness. I would be upset, but I'd feel like I would be obligated to help. Mm-hmm. So we can't, like, you can't go about it like that. And then when people are treating people, they're at a risk of COVID and they can't go and, I don't know, see their families. I have a friend who's a nurse, and she was posting about how she hasn't gotten to see her family since the pandemic started.
Oh, man.
Yeah, in March. And I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I was like, and it's like, it just feels like it's, like, if you ask a doctor, like, ask your pediatrician, ask somebody in your neighborhood who's a doctor. You see a nurse wearing something, just ask her if you don't believe her. Hey, should I wear a mask? Is COVID dangerous? And I feel you should just ask them, and if whatever they say, go with.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's fair.
No, I have a couple aunts who are nurses. I have a cousin who's a nurse, and then my cousin, he's my adopted brother. His my sister-in-law is she's a doctor, and yeah, they all say the same thing. This is dangerous. This will kill you. And it's funny because people talk about the pre-existing conditions when probably 90% of Americans have a pre-existing condition.
Yeah.
You're overweight. That's a pre-existing condition.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, you can't breathe that well.
Yeah.
If COVID gets
I'm
your
asthmatic.
lungs, like asthmatic, pre-existing condition. Like, you have a heart problem. That's a pre-existing condition. Like, so I would say they're like, oh, it's only killing people with pre-existing conditions. If you're healthy, you're fine. Who's healthy these days? Like,
yeah.
Even in my household, I think my mom and myself, like in my family, we don't have any pre-existing conditions. I think my mom would have pre-existing conditions. I'm trying to think, is there someone else in my family I know of who doesn't have pre-existing conditions? Like you just said, you have asthma. Is there anybody like your mom, James, I guess we'll call him James on the air.
See, I would say James used to have like a heart thing. I think he's okay now, but I don't know if that could flare back up. My mom, I mean, she's older, so it's like at this point, it's just.
I was gonna say, no, I hear you. Being old is a pre-existing condition in itself. People.
It really is.
My mom isn't that old though.
She wears it well, but no, she's. Well, should I even say this on air? Sorry, Mom.
No, don't do that.
Sorry, Mom. She was born
she
in
looks,
54.
Look, you didn't have to do all that. Now, she looks great, and we're going to leave it at that. She looks great, and we're hoping COVID doesn't come around her. Those are the two things.
We're hoping COVID doesn't come around anybody. Let's be fair.
I was going to say, we're wishing it goes away. But we're especially wishing your mom well. That's a wonderful lady. But
well, thank you. I'll tell her. I agree.
Hopefully she hears this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like most people, like everybody you know, has a pre-existing condition. Like like I said, to sit there and be like, oh, it's only killing people with pre-existing conditions. It's like, oh, it's definitely licking people. Like I don't want to make a joke out of it, but no, you know. And I feel like we all just, you know, I think everybody wants to live, you know, a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody is ever ready to go, oddly enough. Probably like 1% of people are like, where they're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they're like, I'm at peace. Like,
I'm satisfied with life.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, I feel like we should all just, you know, do our part to be safe. So
yeah, no, that's apt. I would say so too.
I was gonna say no, it's definitely something. So, but no, you know, it's crazy because even the younger like Republicans I know, like there, I feel like it's not about what party you affiliate with so much as it's about where you're from.
Interesting. What do you mean?
Like, because I know a lot of Republicans from Northern Virginia and stuff who are like, yeah, I'm wearing a mask and social distance, and like, as for the birds, like, that are like, yeah, like, I'm not trying to get sick. Are you crazy? Like, he can say, like, Trump is okay because he's doing this, this, and that. Like, he's not handling COVID well, but COVID is an anomaly. Hillary Clinton wouldn't have done any better. That's their favorite catchphrase. Hillary wouldn't have done any better. You think Joe Biden's going to save you? Like, but
pouring
no,
the
so
tea over here.
No, I feel like I said, I feel like it's about where you're from. Because like I said,
that's interesting.
They're up here and we're just too educated for, because even
we're too educated.
No, because even the conservatives up here would tell you like climate change is real. Like, they would tell you though to what extent.
Well, I mean, how are you going to argue with science? That's the reality.
This is the craziest thing. In America is the only country in the world where science is politicized. Like,
I know,
this
right?
is the only country in the world where it's like, I don't agree with that, and I understand that that's what the experts say, and that's facts, but I ain't trying to hear none of it.
That's
none of it. It's wild.
It is.
No, we're young enough. I know we're based out of DC right now, and I know we aren't going to leave anywhere, but no, we're young enough, Canada, moving to Iceland. Like,
oh yeah, we could.
Iceland would be a great place to go.
It's supposedly not the easiest thing in the world to get Canadian citizenship.
I wouldn't doubt that, and
I'd move to Canada though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love my country, despite the fact that sometimes it ain't all that.
I like the idea of America. I like the America that I grew up understanding and learning about. Well, not in the sense of like, killing American Indians, learning about America. I wasn't crazy about that.
Agreed.
Wasn't crazy about.
Said it. Like, good grief.
Not that America, but the understanding of what modern America was supposed to be: the land of the free and the home of the brave. Like, that's great. I'm all about that.
I like the idea. Like the Gilded Age, right? Like,
would you remind
Mark
me?
Twain, like, coined like
Mr. History Major. Like,
America was going through a Gilded Age, and basically he said like it looks like gold on the outside, but like it's not. Like, it's really like messed up on the inside, basically.
Oh, interesting.
And I'll say this much: I think maybe, just maybe, you're a fan of the Guild, if that makes sense. And I am too. The idea, like the beauty of all that America is. Like, you can invest in the stock market. Any man who works can make $1 and can make something of himself here. Like, I love those ideas.
Oh yeah,
I do.
The American dream.
But to some extent, I believe that the American dream is becoming a nightmare. And I'm just hoping we all wake up soon and wake up from all the craziness. And with that being said, I think we're out of time.
Sounds like a good note to end on, too. So,
all right. Well, with that being said, we'd like to thank you for listening. This is 86.5 The Vibe. And
this has been the Fireside Chat.
And we have had a chat indeed.
With our good host, Jack Catastrophe.
And his boy, Shade.
Yes, sir.
And we look forward to hearing from you all next time. Oh, and by the way, guys, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And,
like, share.
Tell all of your friends, because I'm not going to lie to you all. I'm like trying to just be famous and like kind of take the easy way out. And like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Have a good night.
And we're out.